How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Mike here. This is my oasis where I get in front of a camera and talk to you about whatever I want. Today we're going to talk about the 80-20 rule or 80-20 principle. You've probably heard about it before, but I would like to discuss it on this channel today. So 80-20 rule. This is a principle that states that 80% of your results will come from only 20% of the input. So 80% output comes from only 20% of input. You can apply this principle to just about everything. But since this is more of a business and financial oriented channel, it's actually more important in these topics. So if you're into business, if you're an entrepreneur, or you just have projects, always have this in the back of your mind that 80% of your output will come from only 20% of your input. Now, where did all of this jargon come from? So 80-20 rule actually came from an economist back in Italy named Pareto. Pareto noticed something, right? This was an observation. He noticed that back in Italy, 80% of the wealth only belonged to 20% of the population. And being an economist, he tried this theory in all the different aspects, and the same thing he kept getting the same results. Now, all of this during Pareto time was during the early 20th century. We're now in 2021, and this same principles apply to just about everything in business and in relationships. I'll give an example. Look at YouTube. You're watching me on YouTube right now, and for some of you who watch my aviation channel, Mojo Grip, that's a bigger channel. And I can tell you that being an analytical guy, I go through my numbers sometimes on these channels. And when I look at Mojo Grip, for example, I look at the numbers of that channel, and I can tell you that 80% of the traffic or of the content bringing traffic to that channel is only from a few videos. Mojo Grip has over 500 videos on it, but only a few of those videos are actually doing well enough to bring in traffic, to bring in subscribers. Let that sit for a minute. The same thing is true when I think of my digital marketing business. I've been a digital marketer for over a decade, and I've created hundreds and thousands of different campaigns. This has always remained fact. Every time I create, say, a series of ads or campaigns, only a short percentage, a small percentage of those ads actually bring in most of the results. For example, if I created 10 ads to run through a campaign, 99.99% of the time, only 2 to 3 of those ads bring in the best results or most of the results, period. And so I can tell you for a fact that this principle is true in every aspect. Now, how does that even apply to you watching this video? Well, I want you to take this concept and apply it to everything: your work life, your home life, your relationships, and you see that it is true. Now, the results that you're going to get is actually going to be greatly beneficial to you and your time, because when you accept that 80% of your outcome is only coming from 20% of your input or your actions that you take, you see that you're able to manage your time a lot better. So for example, I just told you my Mojo Grip channel, I've noticed that only a few videos actually drawing most of the traffic. And on that channel, I cover a series of different videos in the aviation industry. And I can tell you, if you ask me right now, I can tell you which particular style and which particular type of video does well compared to the other. Now, if I know that fact, if I know that video type A will bring me 100,000 views every single time, and I know that video type B may bring me 10,000 or 20,000 views every single time. If I was making Mojo Grip videos purely for the money, you know what I would do? I would only focus on making video type A, because I know that it would bring me the most amount of views every single time. But since I'm not, I still continue to make different style of video. But I'm telling you this because you can apply this same concept to whatever it is that you're doing in your business. When you take your business and you realize, and I want you to study this, please, if you run a business, if you're selling something, could be a physical item or service or digital product, I want you to think about this. Where is all of my sales coming from? If you have 10 different products and you really study your numbers and you realize that only 1 or 2 of those products are bringing in the most amount of sales, then you need to divert more time and resources to those 1 or 2 products. Same thing if you're providing a service, and customer service is very important in any type of business that you're involved in. I'll give an example. When I used to sell stuff on Amazon, right? I used to do what's called drop shipping on Amazon. This is what I realized. Whenever I would sell something, right? The type of customer always make or break my month in terms of how much I made and how much customer service I needed to provide. Now, with my business setup, I had a team of about 4 people. 1 or 2 people handled customer service, another person handled like product, adding product to the store, and another person handled transactions and making sure the store was good. Now, when it came to customer service, this is what we realized, because we would have a weekly meeting and we would go through like, okay, how much did we make? What products did well? What was, what type of questions or what type of concerns did customers have? This is the constant feedback that I got from my customer service personnel. Well, we noticed, and again, I'm a numbers guy. It's always important to study the numbers, and I would always draw a correlation. And this is what I realized. The lower cost items that we sold on the store, on Amazon, the items that cost less than 20 bucks, the item that costs $20 almost always gives us the most headache in dealing with the customers. Just think about that for a minute. All of the items that we sold, if it cost $20 or more, chances are we needed to provide more customer service. The items that cost $100, $300, $5,000, I've sold items that cost north of $5,000. Most of the time, as a matter of fact, 100% of the time, when I'm dealing with a customer that's buying an item that costs $5,000 or a few $100, they usually need nothing. They just need time and place that you deliver their products. They don't ask you for any extra thing. They don't bother you about the shipment not coming in time. If there's an issue with shipment, they just ask like, hey, I didn't receive my item so and so, and we let them know. We check what's happening with shipping and we update them. Typically with a customer that orders something that's 10 bucks or less or 20 bucks or less, the same scenario where they don't get that item in time and we do the same thing, we check what's going on with the shipping, we let them know, man, they send us all kinds of emails. Not only that, they report the store to Amazon as a bad store. And this is what happens when a customer goes to leave a feedback or rate your store. If you get multiple bad remarks on your store, then Amazon is going to penalize you. What I realized that 90%, and not 80, 90% of all of the troubles that we got on our store came from customers who were buying items that cost $20 or less. So you know what I did? Scraped off all of the cheap items away from the store, and we started to focus, basically put more time and resources selling to the customers where we wouldn't have to deal with so much trouble. That's one great example of the 80-20 rule. When you apply it to your business, you will see amazing results. You really will channel the right resources and the right focus on what's working and take away resources from what's not. You can apply the same thing to your relationships. I want you to take inventory of all of your close relationships and think of the relationships that's giving you growth, better feedback, that's allowing you to be yourself, or giving you just good energy whenever you're around certain people. All right, so that's what I want to leave you with this video. I hope I didn't confuse the hell out of you. I just wanted to use different examples to try and drive my point. But I think the 80-20 rule is a very important principle in life in general. You don't even have to be in business to apply this to your lifestyle. And I promise you that when you do, you will see the changes. I promise you. All right, that's my 2 cents for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please leave in the comments below. I love the conversations that happens in the comments, so make sure you drop a line. And if this is your first time, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on. Again, my name is Mike. Thanks so much for spending time with me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.